What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Sean. Welcome back to Sean Experience. Right? If this is the first time you visit my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and leave a like and also leave a comment. I will sure to respond to you with whatever comments you guys leave. Right? Because I love to hear different people perspective based on my experience, based on my opinion. Everything I say on this channel is solely based on my opinion. Okay? No, we're basically gonna I'm gonna show you a video, a clip. Well, it's not really a clip, it's like a 3-minute clip. It's kind of pretty long, so I'm gonna let it plays out, and then I'm gonna give you guys my perspective on the video, right, in terms of the concept and the mindset that woman has when it comes on to success. Because this video is like 3 minutes. I'm gonna let it play out. Is about the concept and the way that most women view success. So again, everything that I said and everything that I speak, and when I speak a majority. I don't speak on overall. So when I speak and I'm speaking about women or I'm speaking about men, I'm not speaking about all women, right? I'm gonna try my best to use the word majority, or I'm gonna try my best to use most, but I don't subscribe myself to using all when it comes on to speaking about people, because you can't put everybody in one box because everybody's not the same. But without further ado, go ahead and run the video, and then I'll get back to you to give you my perspective and what I think on the video between the conversation the guy and the girl is having. All right, here goes.
A woman doesn't need a husband to be successful, because I didn't need my husband. I was already successful and up before I had him.
What are you talking about?
You don't need a husband to be successful. Not at all. You don't need
Okay.
a husband to be the queen of a throne.
Look like? What does successful look like, boys?
Happy in your own skin, happy with the person that you are, in love with the person that you are, that you don't have to look for a man to love you because you already love yourself. And that's what I mean by a successful female. Because success can look in any other way.
Is this successful female going to have children?
Yeah, she may have children. She may
Okay,
have children.
So
she may.
So is part of being successful with kids?
Yes, you can be successful with kids. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So how can you be in this, what you just painted out to be successful, without being married, and you have a child in this scenario? So without
the child has nothing to do with that scenario.
Children has everything to do with that scenario. So when you said a woman can be successful and not get married, when you add a child to that, she is no longer successful. She is now a single mother, and being a single mother is not success. Single motherhood is failure. A child, a family, comprises of a man and a woman, not a woman. If you are a single mother, there is a certain amount of failure. And I'm sorry to say this, but we got to stop this shit. We have to look at life the way it actually is, instead of what y'all asses want it to be. For you to sit here and say you could be successful, cool, yes. But when I started asking you different parts of the success, and you started adding children, well, if there's no man in the household, if there's no man leading, helping you raise that child, sorry, that is not success. See, if you would have said, oh, a woman can make millions of dollars, not that's success. But there is no success when there's only a mother and not a father in the household, because then you're thinking selfishly. You may feel like you're successful, but does your child think you're successful? Does your child think that they're successful? No, because they didn't have no daddy. And even if the daddy was around, they didn't have a daddy raise them in the same household. There is no success without the intact family. Now, I've admitted in my own life that I have a failed marriage, and I spent time with my kids, but I was no longer in the household. See, with all of us, just like what you're saying, you've been through a lot, right? The number one thing we have to do is stop being children and be real with ourselves and say, hey, I do have a certain level of failures in my life. Therefore, I cannot do them again. A lot of these ladies, they're not cognizant of their failures because they're used to women saying, oh, don't worry about that. Oh, it's his fault. It's her fault. It's this person's fault. It's that person's fault. And there's no level of accountability, because if you don't see where you failed at, you're destined to fail again in the same way. You know, they say if he who does not know their.
Welcome back. As you can see in the video that was just shown, the mindset of that lady, and which is the mindset of actually most women, not all women, but most women, that they think that success to them, they see it in a different way, in a delusional way that it don't exist, right? Because we're gonna hit on some key points that she speak on, right? If you see me looking over to my right, which is probably your left, it's because I write down some notes of what she was saying at the time, so I can elaborate more on what she was saying. Number one, I totally 100% agree with the guy. I totally 100% agree with the guy. When you see him start talking and he start dropping knowledge and he start dropping dimes and stuff that actually makes sense to her, she quiet up and she listened and she even started agreeing. She started like, okay, right? Because most women speak just to ramble on, just to hear themselves talk, because they think they know what they're saying, right? They think they're speaking stuff that makes sense, but in their head it makes sense. But when it comes out to other people, we're like, that don't make sense. But anyway, I don't want to digress. Anyway, but all right, the first thing I want to hit on, she said she don't need a husband to be successful, right? I agree with her. A woman don't need a husband to be successful in when it comes down to finance. A woman don't need a husband to be successful when it comes down to running a business, right? But a woman need a husband to be successful when it comes down to a marriage, right? Now, she said she don't need a husband to be a queen on a throne. Number one, yes, you do. Only a king can make a woman a queen. And that's why this concept, everybody talking about, oh, you a queen, you a queen. You can't be a queen without a king. A king makes a woman a queen, right? A queen does not make a woman a king. A king makes a woman a queen. You understand me? So when she be like, oh, I don't need a husband to be a queen, you're not a queen. A queen without a husband is nobody. It's not recognized. A queen without a king is not recognized. It's not, people don't take that woman serious, right? That's why when a woman is a queen, they forced her to marry. Like if the king have a daughter, he will actually tell her to marry a duke, and the duke becomes a king, because that's what it is, you know? So a queen needs a king, right? If you want to go and sit on your own throne by yourself, you're just going to be you and the dogs. That's all I got to say, right? Now, her concept of success, where she break it down, she said success to her begins with being happy in your own skin. What the hell are you talking about? But anyway, I'm not digressing. She said, don't look for a man to love you, love yourself. And that's success for her. So she's saying, and this is why you're not supposed to listen to women. Like take advice from women and take it to the point where they're guiding you. Just listen to what they have to say and take it for a grain of salt, because most of the time they're rambling. They don't know what the hell they're saying, and that's the truth, right? And this is why we lead and they follow, right? She said success to her is being happy in her own skin. No, it ain't got nothing to do with success. That's self-love. You're confusing success with loving yourself. That's something totally different, right? If you put in the word success in Google, it will come up and say, it will says accomplishment that you aiming towards, right? I think that's what it says. Don't quote me on that one. I think it says something like accomplishment you aim towards, right? So success change, right? When you're single, your accomplishment that you aim towards when you're single is probably go to school, get a degree, basically get your own place, get your job, pay your bills, da 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 da. Then yeah, you aim towards buying a house, boom, you complete that success. You aim towards paying off your bills, boom, you complete that success, right? You're successful in that area, right? But hence, when you become a parent, right, and you're a single parent, you're no longer successful in that area. You have failed. When you become married and then you divorce, you're no longer successful in that area. You have failed, right? You failed at marriage when you divorce, and you failed when you become a single parent. Period. Single parenting and divorcees or divorcees are failure. They are not success. That's failure, and that's something that need to be broadcast out. That's failure. Being divorced is a failure. If nobody haven't tell you, if you listen to this and you've been divorced and nobody ever told you this, you failed. Period. You failed that marriage. If you get into a relationship with a guy and you guys have a child, and you guys couldn't come together to raise that child under one roof, you failed. You failed as a parent because you are not doing the what's needed for that child. And what's needed for that child is to have both parents under one roof. Statistics shown that when kids have both parents under one roof, they grow better than kids with only a mom or only a dad, right? So women these days think that, well, they see success only with accomplishment. Like if I'm making money, or I got my own car, or I got my own house, or I got a business. Yeah, you're successful in those areas, but the areas where it counts being a parent, or the area where it counts being a wife or a husband, you failed in that area. And that's supposed to be broadcast that you failed, right? Society has normalized single parenthood and divorce, so it's acceptable in this time and age where people can be like, okay, cool, I screw up as a parent, I can go try again, or I screw up as a husband or a wife, I can go try again. No, you failed. Y'all couldn't keep it together. The both end, the man and the woman, failed. That's a failure. That's something that's gonna stick with you for the rest of your life, because you could not get it together. And accountability is key. I was divorced, right? I am divorced. I can't say I was divorced. I am divorced. And yes, I have failed in my marriage. I accept my failure. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell nobody, oh yeah, man, stuff just didn't work out, and I went left and she went right and we just come to agreement. No! I failed. She failed. Now she's a single mom, I'm a single dad, and we failed as parents because we couldn't keep it together under one roof as two individuals raising these kids. Now these kids are raised in two different households with two different rules and regulations. Not one structure with a father in the home doing what he's supposed to do. No, the father is cast out and the mom taking majority of the responsibility, which she was not willing to share most of the time because for some financial reason, right? Failure. We failed, right? Single mother or being divorced is not success. You failed. Single father or being divorced is not success. You failed. We need to start calling a spade and see stuff for what it is. Failure is failure. If both parents are not in the house raising the child, you failed. If you're married and you never had kids and y'all divorced, you failed. Period. You failed. For you not to repeat it, you have to accept that you have failed and accept how you have failed. Right? It doesn't matter if you did everything you were supposed to do, but the person wasn't doing it. You still failed because you picked the wrong person. You picked the wrong guy. It doesn't matter if, I wasn't interested in him like that. We were just having casual sex, and he came in me, and he's a bum as a father, and he's not taking care of his thing. You still fail because you lie down with a bum. You lie down with a dude that's not willing to stick it out and be the man that he's supposed to be and stay in the relationship and make sure the kids are raised properly. Nowadays, it's all about me, my feelings. What about the child? What about a kid? Oh, I can't live with him. I can't live with her because they get on my nerves. And listen, the child didn't ask to be here. Y'all made that decision. Put y'all feelings to the side. Fuck y'all feelings. Yeah, I said it. Fuck y'all feelings. When kids are in the picture, fuck your feelings. It's the benefit of the child. If y'all need to stay together for 18 years and live under the same roof and act like everything is good for 18 goddamn years until them kids grown up and moved out and live a good life and then y'all depart, that's fine. Because y'all choose to lie down and make these kids. Kids didn't choose to be here, so you have to put in that goddamn sacrifice that's needed so these kids can turn out the best way possible. And a single mother is not the best way possible. It's actually the worst way possible. Because statistics has shown that men single fathers raise kids better than single moms. Because women are very emotional. And everything is an emotion for them. And they will actually put the needs of themselves in front of the child. How many times you ever hear a woman said she's not going to let a kid hold her back? She's going to go out there and have fun, and she's going to do what she got to do, and she got to live her life, and blah, 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 and this and that and that. Have you ever hear a father said that? Have you ever hear a single father said, well, yeah, I got to live my life. I'm not going to let no kid hold me back. I got to do what I got to do. You don't hear a single father says that. Because men are different. Men are different. When it comes down to responsibility and it's right here in our face and we got to deal with it, we deal with it. Period. We deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it is. Failure is failure. It doesn't matter if you dress it up, let it look nice, put jewelry on it, expensive clothes and all that, and put it in the Benz. It's still a failure. Failure is failure. We need to stop this bullshit. We need to stop this nonsense where we're sugarcoating all this foolishness and make it seem like it's okay for you to be a single mom. It's okay for you to be divorced. No, it's not. You made a friggin' vow. Don't run into something that when it get rough, you're gonna bail the fuck out. That's not what marriage is about. Marriage is not about Disney channels and rainbows and unicorns and happily ever after. No, it's work, hard fucking work. So if you're not willing to be pissed off, angry, want to kill the person that lay next to you, hate them, want to spit on them, love them, want to kiss on them, want to beat them, want to set them on fire, want to call a firing squad and kill them, don't fucking get married. Period. If you're not willing to put your needs, feelings, your wants, your desires, and everything to the fucking side, don't have a fucking child. Because when you have a child, it's not about you no more. It's not about you. It's about that fucking kid. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a father, so this is home. You know what I'm saying? It's about that kid. It's not about you. So put your fucking feelings to the side and understand that, listen, this kid that you both choose to have is the new responsibility. And you all have to do what's best for this child. And what's best for the child is to have both parents in the house. So if you guys need to live in the house and live as friends, But the child don't know y'all live as friends. But live as friends and be nice and sweet and kind to each other just for the benefit of the kid, then you have to do that. If you're not willing to do that shit, close your fucking pussy, your vagina, close that shit, and keep your fucking dick in your pants and don't have sex until you're ready for the responsibility that comes with having sex. Because it's not no joke, it's not no game out here, man. We need to stop these failures. We need to stop these failures and make it seem like it's okay. It's not okay. It's not. Period. It's not okay. So unless you're willing for that, ready for that responsibility, regardless if it's being married or having kids, stay by your goddamn self. Because you don't get into a marriage and just because things ain't going your way, you be like, oh shit, I'm out. That's not what marriage is. That's not what the vows says. The vows didn't say until for better, until you stop feeling the way you feel so you can bail out. He said for better or worse. Till death do us part. Death do us part. So my thing in the matter, if you're not ready for them vows, you're not willing to take them vows seriously, don't get married. If you're not ready for the responsibility that comes with having a child, meaning they got to put your feelings aside, you guys got to stick together and live in one household until that child is out of the house, don't have sex with that person. Keep your shit wrapped up. Keep your stuff locked up until you find that person. You'll be like, yo, I'm going to do this with you. Regardless of what happened, we're going to rock together and make sure this child is good. Find a person that's on the same mindset as you. Find a person that be like, yo, if we don't work out and we have a child, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to stay in the same house. We're going to rock in the same house. We're going to raise this kid and we're going to act like everything is good and everything is nice until the child reaches a certain age where the child is gone. Then we will see, I go do me and you go do you. But if you're not ready for that type of sacrifice, don't have no kids. If you're not ready for the death do us part in marriage, don't get married. Simple. It's not complicated. Simple, man. That's all I got to say on this topic, man. I ain't got nothing more to say. I've been speaking for like 17 minutes now. That's too much. I told myself I was never going to go this long. But as I said before, man, this is my perspective, Sean's experience. If the first time you're seeing this to my channel, go ahead, subscribe to your boy channel. Go ahead, smash that like button. Leave a comment. I want to see what y'all think about this video, what your mindset is. I will reply to your comment. I guarantee I will reply to your comment. You know my concept is positivity always. Positivity always. Focus on making yourself better mentally, spiritually, and physically. That's the trinity right there. That's the balance. Focus on that. Always remain positive. Always spread love. Always repel negative energy. You know, our energy is not destroyed. It's transferred from one person to the next. Until next time, people, thank you for tuning in to Sean Experience. Peace and love. Your boy's out.